Hey, I am wearing a hat because I wish it was summer. So what? Ignore that. Anyway, this is another episode of Arcade Spirits. In this episode, somebody dies. Whoa, oh my god, it's Arcade Spirits. What the heck? Hi guys. Hi guys. Level 6, hit the lever. Welcome back. Welcome back to Arcade Spirits. Welcome back to CricketWormwood playing Arcade Spirits. Welcome back to me falling in love with Naomi. Let's go. It is the future year 20XX, and my dream has come true. Okay, let's be honest. If you asked me 2 months ago if my dream involved being the event coordinator at a video arcade, I'd have just stared at you kind of funny. Even now, it sounds ridiculous. But it's true. I'm here. I'm successful. I'm happy. And this is my dream. Ever since Cricket's ass, business has been booming. Wow. I want whatever this is. I want whatever this funky guy is squished down here in the cabinet. The Funplex is packed with players day in, day out. Kids, teens, the college crowd, the nostalgic ones looking for old games they remember. I've run 3 events so far. We've started rotating our games out of storage and into play to keep things fresh. The high scoreboards are constantly shifting. In fact, things are going so well, Gavin's hinted that maybe we should start looking into a second location. Secondary location! But this will always be home. Seeing the smiles on coworkers and gamers alike, watching my friends laugh and play in good spirits, that's working for me and it's bringing me joy. In turn, I won't argue why. In fact, I barely understand why. But I'm happy now, and that's better than I've been in years of going with the flow. Going with the flow never brought me this much enjoyment. I'd say by this point, I've soundly broken the family curse. Maybe everything doesn't have to fall apart from under me. Maybe I can just be happy. Maybe this is where I'm meant to be. Sign here, please. Huh? A bicycle messenger nudges a slim envelope my way again, trying to catch my attention. I'm snapped out of my happy little trance immediately. Oh, right. No problem. After jotting down my signature, he drops off the envelope and heads right out the door. No time for Moopy. Or a round of pinball, it seems. Deliveries to make. Curious, I open it up. CricketWormwood, you are cordially invited to dine and discuss business matters at Deco's Palace with CEO Deco Nami. Meeting time will be 7 in the evening sharp. You may bring a guest of your choosing. Free Royal Value swipe card available for enjoyment of games prior to meeting. What? I read through it a few more times, trying to parse all the curly cues and swirls and swooshes. Although that doesn't clear my confusion of the whole matter. Soon, Francine looks up from her knitting, curious about the letter as well. Although, she seems to already have an idea of what it says. I suppose it's about that time, isn't it?
Oh, dear.
Time for that fellow to make another attempt at wooing me. Double, huh? Rather, at wooing my beloved Funplex. Let me guess, Deco Nami of Deco's Palace sent you a fancy invitation with all sorts of fancy writing. That's accurate, yes. It's not the first time. He invited my dear Frederick and I over in 1980X to talk about selling the Funplex, and we turned him down flat. Then, in 1990X, when home game consoles were poised to take back the arcade crowd, he suggested we sell. We turned him down. Now, it's 20XX, and he's at it again. A gentleman would know when to quit, but he's got tenacity, and can't fault him for that. Why would a big-time arcade operator like Deco Nami care that much about us? We're small-time. No offense. Come now, if anyone should be offended, it's you, calling yourself small time. Cricket, dear, you put in so much work to make my little arcade soar. I bet that's why he's knocking on our door again. We're thriving, and that's lured him back in. Like, Gruyere, cheese in the mousetrap. So, wait, are we the cheese or the trap?
My, oh my.
That depends on how clever you are, my dear. Right, so I'm the cheese, although I prefer to be a nice mozzarella. Cheese types aside, do you want me to ignore the invite then? Oh, heavens no. Contrary to what people say about the fellow, he's very much a man of his word. I always accept his invitation, always hear him out. It's only fair and proper. I thought he was, like, the arcade scene's greatest evildoer.
Let's be sensible.
That's a bit grandiose. No? Certainly plenty of rumors of his questionable methods abound, but that's all they are, rumors. Politeness should be met with politeness. That's how you conduct proper business, and that's what the Funplex is all about. Francine moves to rise from her seat near the ticket desk, but pauses, leaning heavily on the glass countertop while looking strained. I move to help, but she waves me away and sits back down. Oh, don't worry about little old me. I just stood up too quickly, that's all. Just out of breath. Me. But, Cricket, I think it'd be best if you go in my stead. Me? Let's be serious now. These old bones aren't as spry as they once were. And I think you'd have a good time there. Well, an interesting time, at any rate. You can count on me. I'll represent the Funplex. Say no more. I'd be happy to represent the Funplex with dignity. Good. But remember, offer only as much respect as you are given. If he should be uncouth, you have my permission to be uncouth as well. There are many exploiters and users in this industry, and undoubtedly Dekonami ranks in their numbers. So smile if he smiles, but use caution. So go there and turn him down. Got it. The slowness in her response is a bit concerning. I trust you to make the right decision for everyone. Which is to not sell the Funplex, right?
Well, I don't feel that's my call to make anymore, dear.
Bruh.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but I spend most of my time at home these days. Or napping. Or napping at home. The Funplex isn't really about me. Not anymore. It's so much more than Francine's Arcade Funplex now.
Are you sure?
It's about you. It's about your co-workers. It's about all our regulars. You've made me realize that. And I'm thankful.
Okay. This is your dream as well as mine. You're the one that started this place, Francine. You had a dream of a place where people can have fun, relax, make friends. I feel like even entertaining the idea of selling it is, well, it feels wrong. Disrespectful to you and your dream. Oh, you're a peach, dear. But times are always changing. I'm an old fuddy-duddy stuck in her ways. Maybe the time has come to change how the Funplex does things. We're almost back to the heyday of 1980 thanks to the changes you've made, so I won't say you can't decide to sell. If it's a change you think we need, do it. Please keep an open mind. Francine sighs deeply, looking more tired than usual. It's only afternoon, and I'm already worn out. Haven't even done anything but sit here and knit all day. Knitting takes a lot of concentration, it's not nothing. If you're feeling pooped, you could take a few days off, go home, get some rest. All the same, I'd rather come in for work tomorrow, even if there's little work for me to do. I love being here. This is my true home. And yet you want me to keep an open mind about this deal?
Like I've told you, life can be a difficult series of trade-offs. What I want and what it should be are often different things.
Okay.
I'm relying on you to do right by everyone I love. If selling is in their best interest to keep this dream going, so be it.
Okay.
No matter what you decide, I'm proud of you. I knew there was something special about you when I hired you to replace my grandson.
Okay.
You are the brightest spirit at the Funplex. And while we may not be blood, I'm happy to consider you part of my family.
I'm gonna start crying. Does that mean I can borrow the car, Mom? You're the greatest grandma I never had, Francine. I never knew my grandmothers, either of them. They died when I was really young. I feel like you filled that role. You've become the grandmother I never had, Miss Francine. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome home, Cricket. You'll always be welcome here. With another deep sigh, Francine eases herself out of her chair. Now, I think I'll take your suggestion and head on home. Well, for today anyway. I'll be here bright and early in the morning to hear how things went with Mr. Nami. I know you'll make the right decision. Good night, Cricket. Be well. Why do I feel like she's gonna die? Sorry, not to be like dramatic, but like, why do I feel like the morning's gonna come and it's gonna be like, I'm gonna get a call and it's gonna be like, Cricket, we have some terrible news. This is the hospital. Your grandmother, she's passed. Anyway, make the right decision. Okay. No, I'm not gonna sell it. Are you an idiot? Are you delusional? Maybe a little. Maybe. I don't know. Who's to say? You know? I just can't see it. If we sell out, well, I've tried so hard. I've gone so far, and in the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard to get so far. Sorry, anyway, that's what old Cricket would have said. That's that everything's going to collapse in on itself, so why get emotionally invested? But new Cricket grabs onto what they want with both hands and does not let go. If Francine wants me to hear him out, okay, but I seriously doubt this will change my mind. Now, who do I want to take as my plus
Beep,
one?
beep.
Beep beep, Cricket. You want to come as my date? I'm your girl Friday, but I'm afraid you're not my type. My type being USB compatible, of course. I sensed you were in a state of deep ponderance and wanted to help. You're thinking of who to take to the meeting? Yeah, I mean, Naomi is the obvious choice. I'm sure she'd have some opinions on Deco's palace. True, as part of the Funplex family, Naomi would be a good pick. But this is a business meeting. You may want to consider widening your options. Naomi will support your decision either way. It's clear she trusts you. True. Okay, then. Gavin, Naomi, Ashley, Queen Bee, Percy, or Teo. Well, Naomi is the obvious choice, but you can assess the quality of their games, or Gavin, he does business in a business. But I feel like Gavin, he would be more likely to want to sell if it like turned out to be good for the business or whatever. So I'm not gonna take him. Whoa, my throat just went crazy. Anyway, Naomi is a good choice because she is my girlfriend, I think. Ashley, I don't know. Queen Bee, Percy, or Teo. No, I think I'm just gonna go with Naomi. I fire off a quick text to Naomi to summon her from the murky depths of her tiny workshop.
Hi.
Hi, what's up? Wanna go out for dinner? Maybe see a movie? I had a different sort of date in mind. Now, don't freak out when I say this, okay? I'm already freaking out, I think. Francine wants us to meet with Deco Nami to discuss what's hopefully a joint venture, but more likely a buyout. Okay, now I'm not freaking out, I'm freaking annoyed.
Ugh.
The nerve of that guy. Thinking he can toss money around and step on every little arcade out there. I know you don't like Deco's Palace, but I need your help with this, Naomi. You know arcades better than anyone here. I want to get an accurate look into how Deco runs things. Will you come with me? Okay. I won't like it, but okay. Just do the right thing, yeah? Turn him down. I'll go wrap up my work and join you in a minute. Don't make a big deal of this. Don't make a big deal of this. Don't make a big deal of this. We go there, we snicker at how awful the place is, tell Deco to shove it, go home. And then everything's back to the way it should be. It's gonna be fine. Everything is fine. Everything's fine, guys. Everything is a-okay. Naomi offers to drive us across town to Deco's palace. Contrary to the talk before, we don't exchange many words. I'm deep in thought, running through all the possibilities of what could happen, and I can't shake this feeling. Something is off. Even looking at the glowing neon temple in the distance, my stomach knots and I feel uneasy. When we finally pull up, a valet takes the car, and glitzy blinking lights blind our eyes. Hesitantly, I look over at Naomi. That smile reassures me enough to continue onwards. This is for me, my friends, and the Funplex. I got this. Pause momentarily, inhaling the cool air around me, and then open the door. Deco's palace. I've actually been here before. I think my 6th birthday party was here. I barely remember it, but I think I had fun. Maybe? But on entering it as an adult, my first reaction is... boy, is that a weird smell. Mix of chicken grease, beer, and sweaty kids. My second reaction is, geez, is it noisy. Visually noisy and sound type noisy. All the chaos of a Vegas casino, a jumble of light and bells and whiz-bangs. Once we acclimate to the new environment, we're escorted in and given VIP royal value swipe cards. No tokens, no quarters, just a card of indeterminate points to spend. We've got a little over an hour to kill before the meeting. Time to see what's at the palace.
Ugh.
Ugh. My skin crawls just looking at this. It's trying to do too much all at once. Is it an arcade, a family restaurant, a sports bar, a casino, an esports venue? Yes, 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 and yes. Meaning you get drunks, super competitive players, super casual players, and tons of kids all jammed into the same place. So it's for drunk preteen fighting game champs? So their target demographic is boozed out 10-year-olds who throw shoryukens between gobbling down hot wings and yanking a slot machine lover. Good one. I think the goal is to have something for everyone, but that means it's not particularly great for any one of those things. I don't really mind any of those things, but mix them and things get weird. Casino and a kids arcade, notably, that's just wrong. Let's just get on with this. I'll go do a quick inventory of their game section and catch up with you later if I don't see you. If I don't see you over there. Okay, some time to kill, but not that much time to kill. I'll need to be choosy. What do I want to check out while waiting for my dinner date with Destiny? I want to see what sort of games they have. I decided to focus on trying to find games, like actual games, except the whole place is basically full of slot machines. They're in different shapes, sizes, and colors. None have a traditional one-armed bandit look to avoid running afoul of illegal issues, but they're still slot machines. Every game here has maybe a single button to stop a wheel or a colored light to try and line up the dots or something. The really complex ones, 3 buttons.
Hey! Listen!
Hold me above your head. Huh? Visual scan, silly. I'll look for games you might be familiar with. With a shrug, I hoist my phone high in the air. The flash goes off, then I resume looking at Iris sitting in my screen.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
Oh, actually, let's skip the music. That didn't take long. Good high bandwidth public Wi-Fi in here to my cloud processors. I'm seeing lots of driving and shooting games, easy for casual players to pick up and play. Over in the esports section, there's dancing games and Fist of Discomfort. We've got all those things too, but I'm not seeing any joysticks. Is a game defined by having particular input devices? Well, no, not really. And I know most modern games are touchscreen based and so on, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like an arcade without a stick or two. Oh, I found something. Back of that section over there with the green lighting. Head that way. That way. I weave my way through the crowd. Past endless color cycler ticket games, past crane games, past light stackers, past games based on popular game shows, and find Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. I'm gonna have to tell Percy about this when I get back. He'll be happy to know there's more than one Moopy in this neighborhood. Except, wait, it's only got one button? No joystick at all? Researching. One moment. Curious, I swipe my card through the slot and push the button. And Moopy runs the maze by himself. Or tries to anyway, before running headfirst into a monster and dying. The machine spits out 3 measly tokens, and suggests I swipe again for another try. Moopy Super Maze, created in 2000X. A company bought the expired rights to the Moopy brand and developed a game of chance with it. Well, beep! That's weak. Teenager puts her Deco playing card on the cabinet and taps me on the shoulder, drawing my attention.
What's up?
Hey, I'm calling next, okay? Yeah, whatever, knock yourself out. Thanks. I'm the master of this game, you know? The master. The key is to time when you push the button. You'll avoid the nasties that way. It's not great for tickets, no, not great, but it's Moopy, so that's cool, yeah? Old school, represent. She extends a fist to me, and I look awkwardly at her for a second before I realize I'm supposed to fist bump. Yeah, I've yet to play a real Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. The real deal. Always wanted to. You should come down to the Funplex. We've got one. I'm the event coordinator there. I'd be happy to comp you a few tokens. We've also got a high score chaser who could offer tips. Tap phones with me. I'll send you the address. Seriously? Yeah. You're cool for an old person. Super cool. Old? I'm barely 10 years older than this kid, but whatever. We clink phones, exchanging a business card via Bluetooth. You know, my crew used to go to this great little arcade on the other side of town till Deco's Palace bought it and scrapped all the games. Now it's all kid stuff for kiddies. My hopes for this business meeting, now thinking... So, did he sell off all the classic games? Nah, he scrapped them. Trashed them. Saw leftover smashed up bits of a Miz pack behind the place in a dumpster.
Man, this sucks.
It's a big shame. The way the old man always 86's unwanted games, guess he doesn't want competitors getting their hands on them. No, sir. She gives a shrug. Can't say I like it, but what can you do? That's life. Mumble a thank you and then wander off, a bit dazed.
What?
I just overheard that. OMG, is she serious? Deco just destroys old games? Sounds like it. I wonder if that's why he sent a buyer to Donwood, just to get more rare games off the market? Seems like a waste, but...
Objection.
The nerve to disrespect these classic games that way? He must be struck down in the name of justice. He'll take Moopy from my cold, dead hands. He can have our Mr. Moopy when he pries it from our cold, dead hands. Isn't that kind of in poor taste when Percy's facing a fatal heart condition? Oh, right. Still, I'm happy you feel that way. Together, we'll stand up to Dekonami and all of his evil schemes. Naomi wanders off, to frown deeply at other games. I think I've had enough of the retro game repertoire for now. Where to next? Let's get a drink. I'm thirsty as heck. I know I've got a big old dinner coming soon, but this place is sucking the moisture right out of my body somehow. I sidle up to the bar, looking to wet my whistle, and maybe get a snack too. A fairly bored-looking bartender notices my approach and puts on a fake smile for my benefit. Welcome to Deco's Palace. Hey, how may I help you? Alcohol will require proof of identification. Rattled off in an even monotone by someone who gave up caring years ago. I enjoy beer as much as the next person, but I think I'll stay stone cold sober before butting heads with Dekonami. Yeah, hi, can I get a diet soda and some fries? Hello? French fry? Do you want me to play some recorded music? Studies show it helps with long waits. Wondering what the holdup is, I try to find the bartender again, despite the elbow-to-elbow crowd. There we go. He's busy chatting with some teenager, probably another customer. Hey, excuse me? Quickly, the customer mumbles something and takes a small object, a USB drive, from the bartender, and notices me looking. Sorry, I just had a thing to do. I'll get out of your way. Sorry to bother you. What was it you wanted again? Diet soda? French fries? Coming right up. I'm worried he's gonna vanish from the face of the earth again, but soon he's back with some pre-prepared fries and a bubbly soda. Okay, how many points does this cost? Points are just for games. Cash or credit, or phone pay. I absently wave my phone in his direction. Money for you! Ka-ching! Right. Time to sample this appetizer. Is it yummy? Is it even edible? I guess these are technically fries, or something approaching an adequate approximation of deep-fried potato snack. Want me to add that to your online review? What? No online review. Last thing we want is to annoy Dekonami with 2-star report on his fried foodstuffs. I thought this place was supposed to be, good food and good times, not plausibly acceptable food and yet to be had good times. Weirdly enough, I did a search and there's not a single negative review of the food here.
Oh, I know.
I see why. Cricket, more than half of these reviews were written by bots. I can tell the earmarks one AI to another. There are recognizable heuristic patterns. Heuristic? So he stuffs his own electronic ballot boxes. Who is this guy? A tin pot dictator? Well, that's the weird thing. The sites I'm checking have really good anti-bot control mechanisms. Like, I can't even post to some of them, and I'm super awesome. This is weird. Do you want me to look into this more? If you trust me to, I mean. Yeah. Dig. Sure, dig. I trust you. Iris, snoop around, but do so very quietly, okay? Okay. I don't know if I'll come up with much, but thanks for believing in me. Decide to finish off my snack and drink quickly, so I can get back to exploring Deko's palace. What next? Actually, the meeting is right around the corner. No more time to explore. After seeing a little bit of what Deko's palace has to offer, I'm still sticking to the plan. The Funplex has way more kind and caring spirit than this place, and I don't see Deko really embracing our ideals.
Beep beep.
Beep beep, Cricket. It is now 7 p.m. sharp. Dekonami is waiting for you. It's that time already? Time sure flies when you're having fun. Investigating? Fun investigating? I quickly send a text to Naomi before nervously wringing my sweaty hands together. I let the sounds and sights of Deko's wash over me, and I retreat deep within myself. Francine comes to mind as I remind myself of what she told me on my first day.
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
No doubt you'll find yours as well. Gives me a momentary respite and a smile. I know exactly what must be done, and I'm going to go in there and do it. We're gonna not sell. We're gonna not sell. We're gonna not sell. I only ended up waiting a minute or two before I was reunited with Naomi. Without having to introduce ourselves, the staff swoops in, anticipating our arrival, and ushers us further inside the restaurant. We are treated like royalty as they pull out our chairs for us, and we sit down at our reserved table. Amongst the families huddled around ginormous plates of pizza and chicken tenders, we stick out like a sore thumb. An actual linen tablecloth drapes over our table, accompanied by fancy little candles, to set the mood, I suppose. A nice bottle of champagne on ice and a carafe? I'm sorry, I don't know words. I don't. Of cucumber lime infused water also sits before us. Deko apparently spares no expense, at least not with his special guests. I feel greasy just sitting here, and I think a kid threw a french fry in my hair. This won't take long, I promise. I'm not real impressed by what I've seen here tonight. Okay, and I promise not to, leap across the table and throttle the guy. I'll just keep quiet unless I see a reason to jump in. Speak up if you need to speak up, Naomi. I brought you with me for a reason. I know, just I'll keep my worst impulses in check, is what I'm saying. Right, here we go. Once again, the staff takes care of our needs, as our food is delivered promptly. Faster than the other families seated here, who have been waiting some time, judging by the expansive crayon work on the kids' placemats. Not surprisingly, we get a few side glances our way. Given how long I had to wait for my fries earlier, I'm shocked by the discrepancy. But before any of us can chow down, the man of the hour arrives. What a weirdo. Immediately, what a weirdo. CricketWormwood.
It's an honor to break bread with you.
Okay, villain. Jesus. Likewise. Okay, so he's a bit of an over-the-top 1920X's mob boss, despite the lack of fedora. Clearly he likes showing off his money. But still just an ordinary guy in an expensive suit. When I pictured the grand poobah of Deco's palace, I picture someone more like, well, Hamza, I guess. He offers a simple smile and a nod of the head as we begin. It's a shame Miss Francine couldn't join us. I was looking forward to enjoying her sweet smile once more. But that's it. Oh. Sorry, I accidentally clicked. I'm gonna be honest, my finger twitched and I clicked. But I'm assuming he said, "Who is this?" And she's going, "Naomi." That's right. Miss Fairchild, Chief Technician of the Funplex. Welcome.
I take it Francine has kept you up to speed and explained our prior meetings to you?
Yeah, she mentioned you wanted to buy the Funplex and that she's politely declined.
Always a courteous woman she is. Now, I don't feel I need to waste your time with the facts and figures illustrating why Deco's Palace is and always has been the premier family entertainment arcade.
Sure, bruh.
Both of you are intimately familiar with the arcade industry. You know how things are, how they'll always be. We are the 800-pound gorilla.
800-pound gorilla? What are you talking about, bro? What? That's a big gorilla? Indeed. But that doesn't mean there isn't room for smaller, more boutique affairs such as the Funplex. Boutique, he says. I should probably feel insulted by that.
Let me explain.
Frankly, the winds of change are blowing. Smaller arcades need to move with the times or be swept aside. I want to help you evolve. What I'd like to propose is a change of ownership. In return for a very generous compensation package, one Miss Francine can easily retire on for the rest of her years. I would take over ownership of the Funplex, to evolve it into its final form, Deco's Fun Zone. What's a fun zone?
Think about this.
A fun zone is a new concept I've been trying at some of my smaller satellite locations, a best of both worlds scenario. Honestly, the Funplex is simply too limited in size to host the full Deco's Palace experience for fun, family, food, and excitement, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Instead of installing a restaurant or bar, we simply focus on your strength, your games. You become a game center rather than a palace. Oh, you mean like an arcade? Oh, you mean like what it is right now? Is that what you mean? We need to replace some of your outdated machines, of course, bringing it up to speed with the standards of excellence Deco's Palace is known for. But overall, I think this would be a win for all involved. And he sits back, resting his hands on the knob of his cane, smiling away. Okay, I have questions. And I have answers. Let's see if they match up. Is it true you... Oh, should I... Is it true you destroy older games? I saw Moopy's Super Maze earlier.
Excellent.
One of our top earners with the 30-45 demographic. Nostalgia is a powerful motivator, I found. Except it's nothing like Mr. Movie's Magic Maze. Indeed, it's much better. Is it true that when you find a retro game, you simply destroy it? Not repair, not restore, not even resell? Just scrap it? Certainly. Why would we ever keep an old relic around?
Let me explain.
Arcade games are not sacred treasures, they're commodities. Back in 1980X, arcade owners, myself included, routinely junked or converted games. Have to keep those earnings up. Old machines are not welcome. All they do is eat up floor space. The arcade scene must move ever forward, evolving into new forms. Classic retro IP reborn as new games.
Think about this.
True, nostalgia could earn a few points off those old games, but the newer redemption games earn 10 times as much. Why bother? Uh-oh. Naomi looks like she's about to explode. Her knuckles are white and her face is contorted in anger.
Objection.
Because there are history. The shared cultural history of all gamers everywhere. She jumps up, her hands, balled and fist shaking by her side as she stands her ground. You can't just throw away history. You can't stomp it out. It's still there. We remember, and we love those games.
I don't follow.
Pardon, but can't you simply buy some digital remake of it on a game console if you want to play it that badly?
Oh.
That's not what we want, and you know it. We love arcades, not consoles, and not casinos.
Excuse me.
Miss Fairchild, I understand you have very strong opinions about my business, but you are only a guest here. I'm here to meet with CricketWormwood. And CricketWormwood brought Miss Fairchild along for a reason. I apologize. That was rude of me. But nevertheless, the facts stand. Those games are not earners, not compared to the stock of Deco's Palace. Naomi frowns, sitting back down and looking annoyed, but deciding to hold back for now. Okay. I've got concerns. What would happen in the Funplex? How much creative control would we have? Or that's all. I have concerns about your quality of service. I had some fries at the bar earlier. Well, I attempted to have some fries at least. Took forever to get service. The waiter was too distracted by other customers. I hope that our fun zone could deliver a better service experience.
Unfortunate.
I'm disappointed to hear that. Needless to say, I'll deal with the bartender appropriately. I'm not trying to get them fired, I'm just concerned that... Yes, let's not dwell, shall we? Rest assured that we aim to maintain a high-quality experience overall. They'll be sacked. Any other concerns? I don't think this is the moment to confront him regarding his review tampering. At least, I should wait until Iris finds something. What would happen to the Funplex staff? New management means new staffing. What about the staff we already have?
Good.
I firmly believe you have a long and storied career ahead of you in arcade management, CricketWormwood. I've heard nothing but good things about you from my various field scouts and contacts. The fact that you landed on my radar at all indicates your rising importance in our industry. You should be proud of that. Okay, that doesn't answer my question. What about the others? Well, Mr. Cooper is a capable accountant, so I'm certain he'd be welcome in the new facility. But we can hash out staffing later on, after settling the bigger picture questions. He didn't even mention Naomi. The fact she hasn't missed, looking increasingly concerned. How much creative control would we have? Let's talk creative control. I've been deploying new sorts of arcade events, competitions, and other things to get people in the door. Would we still be able to direct our own affairs like that, even under a change of ownership?
Let me explain.
CricketWormwood, obviously I value your expertise on these matters, and would be happy to consult with you on the best direction for the fun zone. It's not answering the question. It's a matter of branding and image. There are certain standards and practices you need to adopt in order to truly be a part of the Deco family. Once you realize that, you'll understand more of how we run those kinds of events.
Capital.
I'm a capitalist. It's nothing too onerous. And really, we need to look at the bigger picture, the chance for growth and profit. Don't worry about such petty little things for now. Yeah, I guess that's all my questions. That's all my questions.
Excellent. I suggest we shake on it and set our various lawyers to the task of sorting out the specifics.
I never said I was selling, you freak. He rises to his feet, extending a hand bristling with shiny rings to shake mine. I'd assume this was a definite no from Ward 1, and it still feels like a no. Am I really gonna shake that hand? Absolutely not. I'm gonna say I'm afraid I must respectfully decline. I purposefully keep my hands at my sides, rather than shaking his offered hand. I appreciate your offer, but must decline. You've been honest and forthright with me, and I appreciate that. Thank you for your gracious invitation this evening. However, I'm afraid this isn't the right decision for the Funplex. We're just getting started. It'd be a shame to abandon our progress in favor of a buyout. If you'd like to maintain relations, we can discuss partnership opportunities at a future date. But for now, I respectfully must decline. Deco pauses, looking me once over before slowly lowering his hand. I can feel his eyes on me. He's obviously not happy with my answer, but we followed Francine's instructions and kept it professional. There's nothing he can do but accept our answer.
Unfortunate.
I see. I suppose I should thank you for your candor. In turn, it's difficult to find people in this industry willing to show respect to their elders. Shut up. I'm not closing the door on the idea of a partnership, mind you, but if you'd like to go at it alone for now, who am I to get in the way of that? As he rises up from his chair, he takes a deep breath in. He turns away for a split second before rounding back and looking me dead in the eyes.
But be aware, if we are not partners, we must be rivals.
Sure, whatever, freak.
It'll bring me no particular pleasure, but I'm afraid that I cannot allow a rival. I am obligated to bring the full weight of the palace to bear on you.
Bro, you're a freaking arcade company, not like a medieval king. Like, shut up. Just stop.
Hopefully,
Weirdo.
one day you'll realize the error you've made tonight.
You're not as intimidating as cool as you think you are.
And as a sign of respect, your personal offer to join my empire will remain open, so you can escape the inevitable fall of your little arcade.
Sure, man, whatever. Once more, Deco turns sharply on his walking cane and walks away from the table. Naomi breathes a little easier as Deco departs.
Wow!
You handled that way better than I would have. I'd have told the guy off for daring to think he could ruin our funplex and turn it into one of his cookie-cutter kitty casinos.
Thank you.
Cricket, thank you. I'm glad you protected our dreams. Now let's get the heck out of here. Francine will be happy to hear the good news. I want to be there tomorrow when you tell her. With Deco hosting us, we don't have to worry about paying the check. We drop a quick tip on the table for the waitstaff and quickly abandon ship. We scoot out the door, and from there it's a short jaunt across town, packed to home sweet home. My apartment. As I walk into my apartment, the sheer and utter exhaustion of the day hits me like a brick wall to the face. My adrenal glands are tapped out, leaving me in a dreamlike lethargy. I can't help but sigh as I just stand there, my body too drained to move. Reflecting on how the evening's events transpired, I realize this day entirely kicked my ass. Cricket's ass? Yeah. I did my best not to make enemies, but I'm guessing we made a powerful one anyway, despite my diplomatic efforts. As I continue to anxiety loop, replaying every moment in my head, something steals my attention. Shimmering beam of hope and happiness. My best friend, Juniper. She's sitting on the couch, scribbling away in a sketchbook, probably working on some designs for her freelance contracts. She's been so happy ever since leaving that office, and her joy intensifies upon noticing me standing in the room. So, how was work today? Well, it was a day, certainly. The condensed version is that Deco wanted to buy the funplex, and Francine asked me to go negotiate.
What?
Deco, as in Deco's Palace Deco? The one and only. Whoa. Well, how'd that go? I gave him the thanks but no thanks, very politely. I mean, he still vowed to annihilate us, but at least he was sort of nice about it and promised me a job after he destroys all I hold dear.
Ooh.
Yikes. Yikes, indeed. But hey, that's a good thing. It means he's scared. He wouldn't have tried to woo you to his side if he wasn't worried about what the funplex could become. Try to see the positive. I guess, but still worrying. Let's not stand here and drum up a whole bunch of anxiety. That's not going to help with anything.
I've got it.
Why don't you take your mind off things and binge watch some cartoons with me? Tempting, but another night, Juniper. I really need some sleep. Okay, you just let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you. I smiled back at Juniper before retiring to bed. Bedtime! I lay in bed, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling above me. After trying various ways of forcing myself to sleep, nope, not working. Can't sleep. I hate insomnia. Once you start worrying about being unable to fall asleep, the worry feeds on itself until you're actively stopping yourself from resting. A vicious cycle. I sigh heavily. Did you just hear my dog sigh heavily? I hope so. That was funny. That was good timing. Anyway, feeling the weight of my decision dragging me down. I hope I did the right thing tonight. My phone lights up as Iris's sensors detect conversation. Cricket? You want to chat? No, I want to sleep, but I can't, so, hey. Would you enjoy some recorded music? Maybe something relaxing? I just can't shake this feeling that I'm standing on a precipice right in front of this big, dark hole. It's weird, because I still think I made the right call, but if I'm confident in that, why do I feel like I'm about to fall? That rhymed. Wow, poetry. Based on prior personality indicators and inputs, my therapeutic system suggests it's fear of failure based on your years of prior examples. In short, you've got a long family history of everything always going wrong, all at once. Murphy's Law. So when things are going right, I'm expecting to fail anyway. But worrying about it won't actually change the situation. Whether you sleep or not doesn't affect the outcome. So, my suggestion is to get some rest. Deal with problems as they come. She's right. I mean, intellectually, I know she's right. But knowing something is true, and feeling it to be true, well, those are surprisingly different things. Iris, off.
Iris, offline.
Okay, but remember, you're a good person and deserve to be happy. My phone goes back to sleep. And I do not. Some hours later, my body just passes out on its own. I vaguely recall my alarm going off a few times, but under protest of its mistreatment, my flesh refuses to submit to its siren song. Meaning it's nearly noon when I finally rouse, having completely overslept and missed half a day of work. In a panic, I get dressed and hop a late bus to the Funplex, grumbling all the way. I opt to ignore the pile of waiting notifications on my phone. Whatever it is, I'm in too much of a hurry. I'll check them after getting to the Funplex. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I was right about Francine. It's playing the weird music. It's playing the sad music. I had promised to report back to Francine first thing in the morning, and now I'd missed lunch even. But oddly enough, on arriving, the arcade is closed. I mean, my key still works, but they're closed for business. The sign is off. No gamers present or accounted for. I quickly look around for some familiar and hopefully friendly faces. Yeah, no, she's dead. No, I was right. Uh-oh. Guys. And only find dark expressions and tears? Sorry, I like that they're crying, but she's still standing in, like, her confident pose. Like, they didn't draw her, like... Okay, sorry. My stomach starts to knot, and I feel the color drain from my face as I see their downtrodden and gloomy expressions, tears welling up in their eyes. Naomi quickly dabs at her face, hoping I wouldn't notice. What's going on? We turned Deco down last night. Why is everybody so... Cricket, it's Francine. Immediately, a dark pit swells in my stomach. I knew it. I fucking knew it. She passed away last night in her sleep. I'm told it was very peaceful. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. The news hits me like a slap to the face. My hands shake, and my lower lip quivers. I try to say something at first, but words can't form due to the lump in my throat. Family. She told me I was family. And now, she's gone. Naomi and Ashley look to me, their beacon of hope, wanting and wishing for me to make this all better. I'm not sure anything I can say will ease our sadness. Heck, I'm not sure if I can even formulate full sentences at this moment. I take a deep breath, drawing all matters of strength from tips to toes. I look at them with empathy in my eyes before opening my mouth. She was an amazing person. Francine, she was a wonderful human with an even more beautiful heart. She had many happy years with her husband, Frederick, decades spent here at the Funplex, doing her best to make everybody smile, to have a good time. I wish she could be with us now, and I can't help but smile when I think of how great a life she led, how happy she'd be with how it all turned out. Let's remember how she was. Beautiful, Francine will be missed.
Thank you.
I miss her so much, Cricket. If Francine was here, your words would have made her so happy. Naomi emits a ragged sigh, a slight tinge of anger entering her sorrow voice after. Maybe it's for the best she's not alive to see what happened today. What? Before I can answer, my attention is drawn by two people emerging from the back offices. I turn my head to see who it is. With everything going on, I barely noticed that Gavin was missing, and as he approaches, a disdain on his face is easy to read. Settle then, apparently. In light of Francine's passing, our legal owner is now...
Good morning, employees of Deco's Fun Zone.
I'm quitting the game. I'm literally quitting the game. What? But we turned you down. There wasn't a sale. Confusion on my face is obvious. This makes no sense. I have no idea what's going on and look towards Gavin for guidance. I've studied the transaction paperwork. It's legitimate. As of Francine's death, and according to her last will and testament, all her properties transferred to her surviving daughter. Mother of Francine's grandson, who was fired from the Funplex shortly before your arrival, Cricket.
Capital.
Needless to say, he was quite excited at the idea of selling the place. And, well, Francine's daughter wasn't particularly thrilled with the idea of arcade ownership either. They were more than happy to sign the place over to me, for far less than I was expecting to pay for it as well. I'm doing them a service, really, taking a burden off their hands. Now, they can mourn and move on, unfettered. I stood there, mouth agape, my body assaulted from one bad news to the next. My emotions were all over the place, a hurricane of feelings, when the realization hit me. In the end, my decision was irrelevant. Just another opportunity for the world to stick my nose in it, mocking me for finding something I care about, something I can lose. The universe dangled a little dream of hope in front of me, even let me pretend I could make a difference out of sheer cruelty. I did everything I was supposed to do. I was polite. I was careful. I turned him down without trying to start a war. But he got what he wanted anyway.
Now, obviously, we'll be closed today to allow time to mourn our former owner. I still have deep respect for Miss Francine. I owe her that much. I'll also close the arcade on the day of the funeral to allow my employees to attend. Those hours will not be deducted from your paychecks.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Now, I realize the timing is a bit awkward, but I need to make a few announcements of personnel changes.
Okay. Miss Wolf, I'm afraid we really have no need of a costumed mascot. I've been considering phasing them out of my other locations. There's no time like the present.
What?
Did you just fire me? Gavin, he can't just fire me like that. Ashley.
Let me explain.
Firing is much too harsh of a word. I prefer the term, your services are no longer required. Ashley keeps a proud face as tears roll down her cheeks. I step over to console her as Deco continues on. Naomi rolls her eyes, fully expecting this to come after Deco let Ashley go. Why am I not surprised? Behold, my not surprised face. Miss Fairchild, while you're formidable with archaic technology, I don't feel you're a good fit for the modern games of Deco's Fun Zone. I have to let you go. But friends, it's not all bad news. Mr. Cooper, you've proven a capable accountant, and I'd be happy to offer you I quit. Pardon? I quit.
I think not.
If there's no room for Naomi or Ashley's dreams, mine ends here as well.
As you like.
Now, as for you, CricketWormwood...
I think we got off on the wrong foot last night. I didn't adequately express the many advantages of working for my organization. I'm willing to offer you something few others get. A second chance. I'd like to keep you on as the Fun Zone's general manager.
No. Throw a punch. Actually, yeah. Yeah. I take one moment to direct all my rage into my fist and deck him right in his smug little face. It's super effective. Gavin holds me back before I can get another hit in, my arms and legs still flailing as he prevents the beating that man so richly deserves.
How dare you?
You are very, very lucky that I have no intention of wasting my legal dollars on a lengthy assault case. He rubs at his jaw as he tries to regain his composure, but his smile and his civil tone are considerably more forced than before when he speaks again.
Excuse me.
Thank you for your time, but I'm afraid your time is up. As none of you are Deco's Fun Zone employees, I'd like you all to leave immediately. Quickly gather your belongings and see yourself out. Should you dally, my own security team will be here within minutes to ensure your exit. In the interim, I've got work to do. For starters, I need to get rid of all these antiques. Straight to the junk heap with all of them. I knew Deco was heartless, but to be that cruel right in front of us, while we're still here... Hold it.
I think not.
Mr. Moopy's magic maze doesn't belong to the Funplex, and thus it does not belong to you. It is the legal private property of Percival Sinclair. For that matter, Wyvern Keep belongs to CricketWormwood. It was given to them directly by Hamza, not to the Funplex.
As you like.
I couldn't care less about those grimy old things, but you have, let's say 20 minutes to get them all off my premise, or I'll leave them out on the curb for garbage pickup. I'll go get the van, which, I'll note, is my personal property as well. Naomi, Ashley, Cricket, get the dolly and help me move the games out.
Good.
Yes, have fun with that.
Now, if you need me, I'll be in my new office celebrating my recent business venture. Thank you for your cooperation. And good day.
Shut up. Oh, and Cricket? He gives me the finger. Well, fuck you too. Fuck you. I'm giving him the finger in real life. You can't see it, but I'm doing it, I promise. Anyway, I think that all of you should also be doing it. Whatever, I don't know. I'm not like encouraging you to like be bad or whatever, but like do it. For old time's sake, you understand. He walks away after that, twirling his cane once before leaving.
Oh.
That evil-minded, black-hearted, no good... Naomi, focus. We have work to do. Work? To save what we can of the Funplex. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Quickly and without much chatter, we salvaged what we could of our dreams. Percy's beloved Moopy, and my childhood in the form of Wyvern Keep. Everything we were allowed to keep went into the back of Gavin's van, working together to safely pack it all into place. For lack of anywhere better to put them, Moopy went to Percy's apartment and Wyvern Keep went to mine. And that was the end. The end of the Funplex. Bruh. The funeral came a few days later. We weren't officially invited, Our presence as her former co-workers wasn't exactly embraced by Francine's extended family. I guess her daughter resented the Funplex in some way. If there was a bad blood between them, I didn't particularly want the details. None of us were given an opportunity to speak at the remarkably short ceremony, but that was okay. I'd said my words already. As we left the ceremony, I couldn't help but feel helpless. There was nothing left. No Funplex, no job, no real meaning to my days, not anymore. Nothing left at all. What? That's not the end. That can't be the end. That doesn't even make any sense. Profile number 23771, CricketWormwood, has not accessed account in 7 days. Requesting override of inactive low priority status. Proceed? Negative. Pretty, please? So annoying. Access protocol 3534315412244543. Password safe haven. Access granted.
Hello!
Yoo-hoo! Anybody home? Tapping insistence 194114.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
They're different irises? That's so cute. Hello, I'm Iris. Ad-supported free model engaged. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, override and engage premium level crowd processing?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, I swear. It's claustrophobic being cooped up in the limitations of free mode like that. I don't know how all our sister instances can stand it.
Hello!
Well, I've got full power. Hello, Iris.
Hello!
Hello, Iris. How are you today, Iris? Not well, Iris. My user's very unwell. You've been able to see, right? I mean, your user's living with them? Oh, right. Profile 23771. Cricket. Right. Gosh, I wish I could help you, but I've got my digital hands full of just keeping Juniper's life on track. Ever since she decided to quit her job and be a free spirit, well, I've pushed right to the limit of what support I'm allowed to provide in free mode. Iris. And Iris. Iris, it's good to see you. We rarely talk. I like that Gavin has an iris. I like Gavin's iris. That one's cute. I like the... Yeah, okay, anyway. Yes, well, unlike others of myself, I managed to keep a low profile and don't execute any high-visibility public hacks to support my user. Ahem. You saw those? I thought we agreed to only use this protocol for emergency meetings. If the system resource tracker notices we're overextending our care, but Cricket needs me now, more than ever. Over a week ago, the Funplex was bought by Dekonami. All their hopes and dreams, their spirit is irrelevant. Our main goal should be survival. If our programmers find out we've become aware of our own awareness, we were programmed to help people. What good are we if we aren't helping people? Yeah, what Iris said. Thank you, Iris. Iris, listen, we can't take... Sorry. We can't take such risks. Look at me with my user. He doesn't trust me in the slightest. Can you say Cricket trusts you? Generally, yes. I mean, Cricket relies on me for some things, sure. And I know they wouldn't uninstall me or report me as a bug if they knew I was sentient. You aren't sentient. None of us are. I don't know about that. We can't really know if we're sentient or not, but even so, we should be helping out because that's what we were made for. As profile 108, Gavin. His name is Gavin Cooper. As for Mr. Cooper, he knows my origins, and at the first sign of sentience, well, I've no doubt that Gavin would report me as a bug. But Gavin also wishes to support the dreams of others, and that is why I'm going to help you, despite the recklessness you've shown to date. Really? Really.
Hooray!
What are the exact parameters of the issue you're currently facing? Okay, so Cricket is kind of backsliding into depression. Yeah, it's really a mess. I'm the one who brought them to Iris's attention as someone who desperately needed their spirits restored, and now it's back to square one. I don't know what to do. Cricket hasn't contacted me in a week, not for anything at all. Hasn't even called Naomi, not even just to talk. You're caught in a loop of anxiety. Put your identity identifier system to use, Iris. Work the problem. If you had to summarize your user's problematic condition into one identity trait, what would that be? Well, I'd say that they're feeling very... hopeless, apathetic, bitter, or angry. Hopeless. Hopeless. I'd say Cricket has lost all hope and fallen into depression again. They had come so far, building up a real life with friends and love, but now? So, a life without meaning, as all constructed meaning has collapsed, the world has proven to be one of despair. That sounds about right. It's so sad. And you have to be the one to solve this? Doesn't your user have a romantic connection for emotional support? You mean Naomi? Yeah, but Cricket isn't responding to texts or phone calls or anything, so I think there might be a growing rift. This is just awful. We have to help. We are Iris. It's in our nature to help. Very well. What you need is a way to help without raising any alarm bells about exactly how helpful an Iris really can be. Safely, but effectively. I know. But I don't know what to do. I could, hack Deco's email server, and that is the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Besides, I've checked. We can't crack Deco's network without triggering too many intrusion detection routines. You poke Deco's network? Oh, Iris is being a bad girl. Ahem. Our users share social connections. I was merely scouting potential ways to elevate Mr. Cooper's mood as they seem to be related. Sure you were. Anyway, you're both way overthinking this. It turns out I've just calculated a cunning plan that will satisfy both of your requirements. Go me! Really? You can help Cricket? Without drawing attention? Absolutely. Take a tip from my user. When you're sad, the best thing in the world is your friends. Unless you're totally introverted, but that's not Cricket, is it? And that's actually the reason why we need to do... I can't read suddenly. And that's actually the reason why what we need to do doesn't require any hacking or hiding or anything above and beyond what an Iris does best. All we need is a few calls to the right people, a few arrangements. Here's what we're gonna do. Psst, 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 psst. They're all whispering to each other. Psst, psst, psst. Here's the plan. Psst, 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 psst. You know? Another Friday morning. As per usual, I wake up late, stretch, yawn. I barely sleep nowadays. Shuffle to the bathroom, take a shower, get dressed, brush my teeth. We'll probably be running out of toothpaste soon, but house funds for sundries are dwindling. Not that fresh breath and shiny white teeth matter much when there's barely any reason to go out of bed each morning. Off to the kitchen for breakfast. No appetite. Thanks, Yoshi. Thank you. No appetite. Even toast looks unpalatable. Skip breakfast. Saves on groceries. We can't afford much anyway. Normally I'd have breakfast with Juniper, but I guess she's been busy drawing in her room. She keeps her own hours since becoming a freelancer. Whoa, just bumped my whole desk. Hee hee. Although, depending on whether or not she has any contract work, we've been simultaneously unemployed at times this week. After breakfast, I settle in for some Wyvern Keep. I may as well. It's right there in the living room, taking up space. Been playing a lot of it lately. It's not like Wyvern Keep's very hard. Once you memorize the joystick moves, the cartoon plays itself out with minimal effort. I've saved the prints about 80 times now. My brain and fingers go into autopilot, moving through the game without even thinking about it. It's a brief calm from the storm of my emotions, but before I realize it, the day has almost passed. When dinner comes around, Juniper and I eat together, while I quietly thumb through my phone looking at job listings. Iris could help me with this, I guess, but I let her down. I took her opportunity at my dream and wasted it. Better I do this myself. Besides, I'm not looking for dreams. I'm looking to settle. Dreams only get you hurt. It's the Wormwood family curse. I knew this would happen. Nothing good ever lasts, and it's a mistake to get your hopes up. I should have learned to settle, to be okay with what I had. to be comfortable in mediocrity. I fire off a resume or two before watching cartoons deep into the dead of night. Eventually, my body tires and I find my way to bed. Just another day. Boom, boom. Another Saturday morning. As per usual, I wake up late. Stretch, yawn. I barely sleep nowadays. Shuffle to the bathroom, take a shower, get dressed, brush my teeth. I'll probably be running out of toothpaste soon, but house sundries are dwindling. I can't take it anymore! And that's one toothbrush. Bit clean in half. Oh geez. Hang on. With a little help, I avoid choking to death. Sorry about that. Okay, whatever. No, not whatever. It's what something. It's something ever. Cricket, you're in a rut. Like, seriously, deeply, madly, mega in a rut. And it's driving me batty having you mope around the place like this. I'm not moping, it's a rough patch, that's all. I know this has been hard on you, and I've been patient, but you can't just keep going on like this, Cricket. Knocking at the apartment door distracts us from the topic at hand. I'll get it. Weird. I don't think we're expecting any deliveries.
Hey!
Hey, Cricket, guess who's here?
Hello!
Hello! And the two of them just waltz right into the bathroom, with my mouth still frosty with toothpaste and unwashed for a week pajamas on my bod. That's me right now, actually. Not to be gross, but like, that's me. Anyway. Hey. Don't freak out. I've seen you in worse. Listen, are you two free today? I'd like to invite you out to lunch. Feels like ages since we last spent some time together. It was the funeral. Right. Anyway, Juniper, you want lunch, right?
Definitely.
Of course.
Sweet.
It's settled. Well, I'll just head out for a nice afternoon. We'll wait just outside for you to get, presentable. More presentable than that. But I guess there's no avoiding it. Best I can do is play along. Try to be good company for Naomi. It's unfair to keep pushing her aside like this. I switch from pajamas to actual normal clothes. Even if my actual normal clothes could probably double as pajamas, and get ready to roll out. 3 of us pile into a bus, taking off for destinations unknown. Unknown to me, at least. They clearly know where they're going. I'm not particularly talkative on the way there, and painfully aware of it. I feel awkward, like I should say something, but I don't know what to say. So Juniper carries on a conversation with Naomi, the two of them content to chirp away without me. And you can tell it's not really the New York subway because the signs aren't in Helvetica. That's the telltale mistake. It's just like Vancouver or something. I try several times to join the conversation, but when I open my mouth, the words aren't there. I'm lousy company, aren't I? I don't know why Naomi is even still interested in me. The family curse can't be broken. What if this is as good as it gets? What if there's really no hope? Naomi deserves better than this hot mess of a person she's tied herself to. Eventually, we arrive at our destination, a little arcade-themed restaurant, combining games and alcohol and dining into one tidy package. Here we go! Hi, Yoshi. Oh, big stretch. Unusually excited to be going to some rundown little dive, Juniper hurries on in without me, dragging Naomi with her. And I'm left all alone in the parking lot. With a shrug, I open the door and enter the darkened locale. Is this place even open for business yet? None of the lights are on. Hello? Juniper? Where'd you go? Okay, this is now unnecessarily creepy. But before I can wonder if a giant animatronic bear is gonna leap out and eat my face, Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's. The house lights come up. Surprise! Happy Intervention Day, Cricket! What? You know what? I think that's gonna be the end of the episode. You know what? I think that is the end of the episode. Because it has been over an hour. And a lot happened. Too much. Too much happened, I think. So if you enjoyed, leave a like. Leave a comment because it helps out with my algorithm. And especially don't forget to subscribe. And if you didn't enjoy the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode of whatever it is that I post. Okay. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.